The sands of time flowed. It was the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia. A man named Daniel, a prophet of God, received a revelation. This word was true. It spoke of a great conflict, a cosmic war. Daniel sought to understand its profound meaning. The weight of this knowledge pressed heavily upon his soul. He knew it concerned his people and their future. Daniel chose a path of deep mourning. He dedicated himself to this for 3 full weeks, 21 days, a significant period of waiting. He ate no choice food, no meat passed his lips, no wine did he drink. He did not anoint himself with oils. This was an outward sign of an inward sorrow, a spiritual quest for clarity from the heavens above. His prayers were like incense, rising day and night. He pleaded for wisdom, for insight into the terrifying vision. It had shaken him to the very core of his being. He understood its immense gravity. He knew it foretold future struggles, great and terrible wars, and much suffering for many. His concern was not for himself alone, but for all his kinsmen. Imagine this faithful man, old in years yet strong in spirit. Perhaps he stood by the great river Tigris, lost in thought, his heart aching with a deep burden, his body weakened from the prolonged fast. Yet, his spirit soared, unwavering in its resolve. He yearned to connect with the divine, to glimpse beyond the veil. His persistence was a quiet thunder. Then, on the 24th day of the 1st month of the year, as Daniel stood by the bank of the mighty Tigris, he lifted his eyes. And what he saw banished all thought, a being of incredible light, a man, yes, but not of mortal coil. His appearance was like lightning, striking awe into Daniel's heart, a messenger from a realm beyond our own. This celestial visitor was clothed in pure linen, white as driven snow, a belt of the finest gold from Upaz. It cinched his waist. His body, it shone like polished beryl, a precious gem. His eyes, they were like blazing torches of fire, piercing, knowing. His arms and his legs, they had the gleam of burnished bronze, radiant and strong. And the sound of his words, it was like the mighty roar of a crowd. Daniel was utterly undone. The men who were with him, they did not see this awesome vision, but a great dread and inexplicable terror fell upon them. They scattered, they fled to hide themselves, leaving Daniel alone to face this divine encounter. His strength evaporated, his face turned a deathly pale. He was completely overwhelmed. He heard the voice and then oblivion. He fell into a deep slumber face down upon the earth, but then a gentle touch, a hand reached out. It set him trembling upon his hands and his knees. The angel spoke, his voice now softer. "O Daniel," he said, "man greatly beloved." These words were like balm. "Understand the words that I speak to you." The angel had come because Daniel's prayers, they had been heard from the very first day. The day he set his heart to understand and to humble himself before his God. The angel then shared a startling truth, a reason for the long delay. He had been sent forth the moment Daniel began his earnest prayers, but he encountered resistance, a formidable spiritual adversary. This being was called the Prince of the Kingdom of Persia. This was no earthly ruler, no human king. This was a powerful, dark, angelic entity, a shadowy force exerting its influence over the vast Persian Empire. For 21 long days, a silent war raged in the heavens. The messenger angel was opposed. He battled this Prince of Persia. Can you conceive of it? This unseen clash of titans, a celestial struggle, fought in the spiritual dimensions, all while Daniel prayed on, unaware of the cosmic drama unfolding, the destiny of nations, perhaps even worlds, hanging in the balance. This dark prince sought to block God's message, to thwart divine plans for Israel. The spiritual battle was fierce. So intense was the opposition, the angel could not break through on his own. Then, reinforcements arrived. Michael, he is described as one of the chief princes. Michael, an archangel of immense power, a warrior of light. He came to the messenger's aid. Michael's timely intervention, it decisively tipped the scales of the spiritual warfare. It allowed the weary messenger to finally reach the waiting Daniel. Michael's role, it was pivotal. He is depicted as a special guardian, a celestial protector of Daniel's people, Israel. His very name asks the question, who is like God? He stands as a mighty champion for those who align with the divine. The angel explained that after delivering his message, he must return to contend with this Prince of Persia. This reveals a hidden truth. Earthly events often mirror deeper spiritual confrontations. There are battles beyond our sight. This incredible account from the Book of Daniel, it carefully pulls back the curtain on a reality often hidden from our senses. It reveals a constant, ongoing spiritual war, waged tirelessly behind the familiar scenes of our daily existence. We observe the political shifts, the rise and fall of great empires, but Daniel chapter 10 shows us more. It reveals powerful spiritual beings, actively influencing human affairs, for purposes of good and for schemes of evil. The Prince of Persia was not an isolated case. The angel foretold more conflict. After his renewed struggle with Persia's prince, the Prince of Greece would then come. This strongly suggests a chilling concept, that different regions, different earthly empires may have powerful, malevolent spiritual entities assigned to them, constantly seeking to corrupt, to distort truth, to oppose God's purposes for humanity. A vast, invisible battlefield surrounds us. Yet, in this daunting picture, there shines a brilliant light of hope. Michael's intervention demonstrates a vital truth. God's angelic forces are also profoundly active. They are infinitely more powerful. Angels are dispatched from the throne of heaven to bring divine messages, to offer supernatural aid, to wage war on behalf of God's people. And prayer is a potent weapon in this unseen conflict. Daniel's heartfelt prayers, they set these heavenly mechanics into motion. What then does this ancient story mean for us, living in our modern world? It means our personal struggles, our collective challenges, they are not always merely physical or solely emotional. There is often a spiritual dimension at play. We are not abandoned in these cosmic battles. God hears our sincere cries for help. He dispatches his aid, just as he did for Daniel. We too must be persistent in our faith. We must trust in God's unyielding power even when answers seem slow to arrive. The unseen war rages on, but the final victory, it belongs to God.